we've got this New York Post article. Mary Kay Jacob wrote it, published this week, and it's a headline for Connecticut homeowners to maybe get excited about. Wow, are my prices going to keep going up? Well, of course they are in Connecticut. We don't build and we have low inventory, so that's the obvious. But here's the headline from the New York Post. Bidding war frenzy and soaring prices hit Connecticut homes as NYC buyers flee amid fears of a Mamdani win. Okay, so you have a socialist running as a Democrat, Zohran Mamdani. Now, I'm not saying, Brian, I'm not saying socialist as a bad thing. He's a self-proclaimed socialist. So typically when you hear socialist, you're like, bad, socialist. But no, he's a self-proclaimed socialist. He actually, it's an endearing phrase, the way he looks at it. He thinks socialism is good. So Brian, just to be clear here, and for all our listeners, I'm not being mean to Mr. Mamdani, okay? I'm saying he calls himself a socialist. So he's a Democrat running as or a socialist running as a Democrat, and he's in the lead. What's the PolyMarket right now? PolyMarket started to started to like get a little, now it's still 95%. So
I just typed PolyMarket into Google and the autofill automatically said NYC mayor after I typed in PolyMarket.
Isn't it crazy? People are looking at a mayoral race across the country as an indicator of,
it is crazy,
potentially midterms and other things like that. And so, I mean, PolyMarket this close to a race is typically not wrong. I mean, they have like a
95.3%.
Well, they have a 95.3% for Mamdani to win the mayoral election in New York City. And this race is going to be decided on Tuesday, I believe. But when you're within like 3 days, their odds are near 95% of being right, they being PolyMarket. So 95% chance that this 95% prediction on PolyMarket is accurate. It's kind of like baked in the cake, it seems.
I've never even been on this website before. This is crazy.
Oh man, PolyMarket. Go look up how much PolyMarket is worth right now. This is going to be everything: sports, finance, crypto, geopolitics, earnings, tech. You can bet it's the market for everything. PolyMarket was, when the 24 election was happening, everybody was looking at PolyMarket for insights on what's going to happen. I mean, these tariff trade deals, people look at PolyMarket for like, okay, what's going to happen next in the trades and make decisions. I mean, this is worth hundreds of billions, I think, at this point.
Like Vegas on steroids here.
Oh, this is taking over everything. I think DraftKings and FanDuel should be concerned about PolyMarket, because once PolyMarket, you're not even allowed to bet in the US on it. So this is like the rest of the country bets on PolyMarket. Okay. But these are people wagering real money on PolyMarket.
There's $95 million wagered already on this. Crazy.
On the mayoral race.
Yeah. It's
coming to you're going to be able to, so the current valuation is $9 billion. Sorry, I think I said hundreds of billion. $9 billion. They're also going to get an additional funding round that could add its value up to $15 billion. And this thing's like a year and a half old or some crazy stuff. Maybe 2 years old, PolyMarket. Let me fact check myself on that. PolyMarket age is... it was established in 2020. I mean, it really didn't catch steam until really the 24 election. So the last couple of years is when it's caught steam. So anyways, a near $15 billion organization, PolyMarket, you'll be able to wager on it in America coming soon. It has the New York City mayoral election at 95% going to socialist Zohran Mamdani. So, yeah, the article says that there is a frenzy of inquiries and prices on Connecticut homes because New York City buyers are fleeing. Do you buy this, Brian?
I don't buy this at all. I mean, I talk to thousands of people that are moving to Connecticut, and I know sometimes when somebody wins a political election, people go on social media and they're like, "That's it, I'm like leaving the country." I mean, how many of those people actually leave the country? I think it's more just political posturing. But the reasons that I talk to when people move,
hold on, I'm going to stop you there.
All right, go ahead.
We just sold somebody's home. I'm not going to say the town. I'm going to say New London County, who sold a couple of months ago and is moving to Mexico. New construction based solely on their political beliefs and their hatred for the current president.
Wow.
That's a real story. I drive a Tesla, and the owner, before we sold the house, when we were getting ready to get the thing sold, said straight to my face when I left, "I hope your car catches on fire." I said, "Geez, I hope it doesn't catch on fire while I'm driving it, but I do have insurance, so if it..."
Everybody needs to calm down a little bit.
He was like, "I just can't stand the person who makes those cars." Really? You could stand them 2 years ago when you were probably parading around about saving the environment. So yes, there are people that are making dramatic decisions on where they're going to live because they have the emotions of a kindergartner. When people get so wrapped up in politics, they become like a child with their emotions, uncontrollable. They can't have conversations. They certainly can't debate because debate freaks them out and they go into hysteria. You see it online all the time. And this is getting people to make radical decisions on where they live. Now, it's not the majority of people.
Is it creating a bidding war, though? Are there that many people really doing it? I mean,
now what you said is anecdotal, that you're not getting calls from people from New York City buying. And I would agree, because most of your business is going to be not in Fairfield County. All right. So this article starts off by saying the first call came before breakfast, then 5 more by noon. By the end of the day, Greenwich, Connecticut real estate agent Joy Metalios had fielded so many inquiries from New York City families that she stopped counting. I know Joy personally, Brian. Now, every agent wants their name in the New York Post or the Wall Street Journal or whatever. And every agent wants to benefit from something that's happening in a feeder market. New York City is a feeder market to Greenwich. She's a Greenwich agent. Now, you do some business in Fairfield County, but the majority of your business is not done in Greenwich, and the majority of Greenwich buyers are not calling a loan officer to begin with. The majority of buyers in Greenwich are using cash, baby cash.
All right, you're selling me on it. I mean, there are 8 million people in New York, so even if like 0.1% of the people move, that's still a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Enough to influence the Greenwich market. I mean, there's not that many people in Greenwich compared to New York City.
My point is, this article becomes, just like the article on mortgage rates that we were talking about earlier, becomes confusing for consumers. This becomes confusing for so many sellers in Connecticut. You might get a seller in a Madison, Connecticut, or a Guilford, or a Branford, or a Stonington. And I've heard it from all these towns and everywhere in between. When articles like this in the past have popped up, obviously this is a political mayoral candidate, but something else in New York that's pushing people into Connecticut. We've seen these stories. COVID was one of them. Now, COVID was the best case of it actually being true, because they had the ability to move 2 hours outside of the city. But to think that the mayoral race is going to push people that have been in the city for years all the way to Stonington or all the way to Madison, who had no personal attachment to a Madison or a Branford or a Stonington, is a really far stretch. Now, here in Greenwich, a very short commute into the city, Connecticut taxes are high, but a little bit of a protection on tax. You get out of that city tax, you get out of that new, tax that Mamdani wants to inflict on the residents, and you have a short commute. Those arguments make sense.